Yeah, I'd pick it up,
Oh,
like the whole thing, and then I'd tuck that one bar underneath the
Tuck
chair.
a little bar.
See,
put
like
it
from the
underneath.
side, how that one stand of the
That
tripod.
one leg is going a little bit further
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Tuck that under the chair.
This.
You're
All right.
kind of doing it.
All right,
You
all
got
right.
the wire all tangled up.
Like all I hear is.
You got
That's
the wire
not
all
what I
tangled
meant,
up.
but I mean, just do whatever you want.
That's way too far from your body. You see the wire that's tangled? This is
Oh,
my
yeah,
leg.
Yeah, okay.
I was saying, like that bar right here, you can go in like
Oh, okay.
that.
Gotcha. I did that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wires, a lot of mics.
This was all recorded. We're
Oh,
live.
that was.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I didn't tech the audio, so hopefully we're good on that. But it
I'll
sounds
text.
good in the
I'll
headset.
text the producer.
Yeah. Taylor Seconds is our producer.
Nice.
She's always about 15 minutes late.
Y'all need a I should have a. So is Taylor the computer guy?
Guy in the chair.
The
Yeah.
guy in the chair, yeah.
Okay.
And we can't afford one because I can tell you, movie night is bringing in $0 a month, and we're
It's a passion project.
$4,500 in
Jordan
the
was
pot.
the guy in the chair for a little bit, but he was expensive.
Maybe we get very we're our father's sons. We get very overzealous with what we need. Like we bought 3 cameras.
Yeah, I see.
We needed at least 2.
We needed at least 2.
You-
The third
you
one
wanted-
Where's the
waste.
third one?
I put it in my room.
What are you doing with the camera in your room?
Giving people a show.
Feet find it. Bro,
You
there
just
was a small period of time in my
Hello.
life where I was like, oh, I could shave like half of my calves and be on Feet Finder and make hella money.
Oh, pretend to be a girl.
I have pretty dainty feet.
Feet finder.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
Is that an actual thing?
yeah.
I thought it was just
It's for
like
people that really
OnlyFans.
like toes.
I thought you just did that on OnlyFans.
No, I couldn't do an OnlyFans.
For feet.
Excuse me, I need to grab my water as well.
You have a feet.
I need a little boat.
Jack, this is absolutely absurd. Never before.
Man,
It was here. It was in here.
That was the fastest man of all time. Hey, something's up with your camera. You
Ugh.
it's still glitching.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Look.
I see it.
It is.
All right, I'm gonna unplug it and then we'll do our intro.
It fixed it a little bit last time.
Georgia
It's not
Tech?
playing. Shut up! It wasn't playing
Undefeated?
already.
Sorry. Yeah,
Hold on.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one movie night. Turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching.
Got to keep on watching, and that we do, folks.
That we do.
That we do.
Nice.
That's the first time anyone's done that, and I love that.
You really gotta warn
Oh
people.
my gosh,
that
the creativity.
They can't talk.
Yeah, I
get
bit
lazy.
Jack's head off.
Yeah, you bit his head off. How would you know?
I had no. I mean, I was just thinking of all our other people that we warned before.
If you talk during
You don't need to wear that. It's gonna drive you nuts.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
like,
it's
you
nuts.
hear yourself, everyone else, like
Oh,
twice.
okay.
The whole
Taylor
entire
says
time.
it's fine.
John has grown accustomed to it, and it's very impressive.
Yeah,
But it doesn't
it's
help
kinda
as much
tough
because, like,
first
we've had
because-
podcasts where John was like, the audio sounds fine, and then we had to throw away the whole entire podcast.
Whoa, that's really
How
bad.
many pods did you have to do that?
We did it for our first one, Bullet Train, which was surprisingly
Well,
one of our better
headphones
ones.
then.
Really?
Not one of our better ones.
You know, it's funny. I mean,
We had
there's
some big
numbers and
laughs in the
stuff
start.
that
I clicked like, we had a One Piece podcast. So John would watch like 15 episodes of One Piece.
Did you finish?
No, I've watched like
Did you
150
finish?
episodes.
No, I'm talking about the live action. Did you watch live
Oh
action?
yeah,
Yeah,
he loved
yeah,
that.
Okay,
He
that's
loved
great.
it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
and that
watched,
gets
like-
him to like Alabasta.
Yeah.
I've watched like 150 episodes, but at some point I was like,
That's fair.
I can't keep going.
That's fair.
It's too much.
That's 150. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Honestly,
with that.
give it a try.
Yeah.
You can't like.
That
It's
is-
entertained.
I feel like that's considered giving it a try. People
I
are like,
think-
I watched
I
20
mean-
episodes and no.
You watch anything?
I think 50 episodes is giving it a try. 150 is
You-
well and out. Like he watched the whole Nami scene with like
I made it
Luffy
past
help
Crocodile.
me. Didn't
I
bat an
made it.
eye. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not for him. Like
It's not for you, man.
when Jack showed me One Piece, it took like 30 seconds of me being like asking questions to Jack, and I was hooked.
Once that's how you know someone's hooked.
I said, "What's up?"
When you start asking questions, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I said,
got
"What's
it."
up, you freaking nerd? You in here watching anime when we're in college trying to get some poon?"
Are you guys
And then he
watching
said-
any anime right now?
The only anime I watch now is when it's updated with shows I know.
Yeah, you're not starting anything new.
I've taken a hiatus of anime. The only one I'm like, One Piece is the only one I'm watching.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, so, but point being is, when you're this age,
Oh, it's
and you're
an
looking at
age thing.
1,000 episodes in the face,
No, it's tough.
you
Yeah.
can't
Dog,
do
when
it.
I was looking at 1,000 episodes in the face, when I had 12 hours
In
of
college,
credits
you
in
could do
college
it.
I wasn't going to do, I just cracked my
A break.
knuckles and got to work, brother.
That's what happened with Chris. Like he was like, I'm never watching. I'm never watching it.
Chris is like,
The
Chris,
pandemic happened, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it.
no,
Chris,
Chris
didn't get
is,
into One Piece till COVID?
Yeah. he's a
Chris
bigger
is a
fan than me.
giant.
Yeah, he's a huge fan.
Chris is a big bitch about shit like this,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Because, like, I love Chris to death. We had to, like, pretty much drag Chris over hot coals for him to play Call of Duty. He loves Call of Duty now. Same thing with
What did he
One
play
Piece.
before?
Valorant. It's the same thing with Chris every time. He plays like single player games,
Yeah.
and then he gets into these like, and then he loves it. I'm
Yeah.
like, Chris. I told Chris 100 times. I said, if you play Call of Duty, you will be better than like me, Jack, and Javon
Is he?
very fast. Chris is like,
No, he's good.
he's
Man.
multifaceted. Like
Probably right now. I mean, I haven't played COD in so long. Since
Chris is the reason we stopped playing Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah. I forgot how good Chris
he
was.
gets
at video
locked
games.
in. Once he's
No,
like, I
John,
wanna-
we were the ones that showed him Super Mario Brothers,
and he was
and
trash.
then he said, "This is my life now.
he locked
I'm going to
in, and
dedicate
now it's-
everything
we're
I
like-
have to this until we never wanted to play again."
Chris
Yeah.
is the man.
He's the man.
He is.
So the same thing that happened, I love that guy.
He's a great guy.
He
the one
pisses
and
me
only.
off so bad, the one and only. But also, the same shit happened, but it'll take us 4 years for him to join. But we started a fantasy football league, and Chris was like we didn't even put money down.
He's like, I'm not doing it.
Chris was like, no. And I was like, Chris, like we don't even have to like do a deposit. No. Like you gotta like you
He's like,
gotta
I know
ask
I'm
this
gonna
dude.
forget about it. I don't ever want it.
You gotta ask this dude 75 times before he'll do anything. I
And they'll
swear.
do it.
Yeah. But all right, so we watched Rings of Power. Before we get into Rings of Power, I had this on my notes from earlier.
Uh-huh.
Have you been through Fayetteville recently? Specifically, Truett's Luau area.
No, not that area.
There's
parents
these
don't still live
giant bitches. Yeah. Parents still live there.
But I go a different route. I mean, I'm off of Rivertown, so I'll go 92.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the giant bitches who are like some like 45-year-old old fat white
Oh, he
guys,
would have
old
only gone in like the last 2 weeks.
AT&T protesters?
No.
You haven't seen any of them?
Wait,
Dude, I see
what?
them in
But-
Carrollton, Georgia, by Hidden Hills.
And they're protesting
Same
AT&T.
thing.
They move
Same
around
thing.
just protesting?
No, there's no way they're going unless
Is
they're
it-
following my
Is
route.
it
It'd be
literally
so
just
funny.
two
if they're-
people?
No, it's
No,
like
it's like
five.
okay, it's like half and half, like 45-year-old black dudes and 45-year-old white dudes,
They all
and
just
they're
work
all
AT&T.
just protesting
What are they
AT&T.
protesting? Like-
AT&T.
I guess AT&T.
What-
And
do they
I
have-
just
do they have,
think
like,
they're the
signs?
biggest losers in the whole entire world.
I don't know what's going on, but there's
Get
like
another job.
there's a small little protest.
Oh, are they like working there? Like
Midday, Jack,
Yeah.
8 a.m.
I think
I'm heading
they're
to
on, they're on
work.
strike? 5 guys on
Yeah.
strike?
No, I mean, like, it gets up to, like, 8, but they're all sitting in
Whoa.
fold-out chairs. They're all sitting in fold-out chairs at 9 a.m. 50-year-old men
But they
I'm not
also
going to
bring
work.
being
kids.
giant pussies.
I'm not
making
going to
a
work.
dollar. Not making a dollar, just sitting out there shaking a sign. I, like, at...
Did you see, what did the sign say?
AT&T is unfair.
Honk it.
Get another job!
honk to support
Man.
labor.
Yeah, and
Something
then
like
at some point, like, The first couple of times I passed them, I had to like figure out what the hell they were protesting about, and then after that, I just started shaking my head at them or like throwing up an L to them, making sure they knew they were losers. Nothing more
Best
gross.
was during like that writer's strike. I would be driving at Trilith, and there would be one guy with a sign, like,
Do you remember
Writer's
like the
strike.
strikes that really started to like make a problem for traffic in Atlanta, where they would just lay down on cross sections? I
When
feel
was
like that
that?
happened like
That'd be like
maybe like 4 years ago, probably around the elections.
around
We're gonna be
election
right
pay-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in it.
so close.
We're in it.
We're
where
so
do you live
close.
now?
Literally off
Oh,
of
Fairburn?
Town. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack said, "Hey man, I'm trying to renovate my laundry room. I would love to get your input on it." And I put all this work into it, and
Hey.
Jack said, "No."
Man.
Recently?
Yeah.
I mean,
It-
pretty recent.
It would have been if it wasn't like foundation issues. I was like, yeah, nah, this seems like it's gonna be like
Donnie J said there was some.
it's gonna turn from this could be like a couple months to
A big deal.
half a year. Like we're done. We don't even want to do this anymore. Have a hole
We
in the
could've
wall.
Jack,
Anyways.
how long have you been married now?
3 months.
3 months?
3 months. Yeah.
At your wedding, was Zach really hammered? That's the word on the street from my parents.
It's interesting. Okay. Hey. Okay.
Jack.
I went to known Zach for a long time. I went to school with Zach.
This
So-
is not a great way to start it from how our text.
No. I feel like
I've seen him a lot.
when I
I know, pretty good.
when I see Hammer Zach, I'm like that was like
Zach.
that was Zach. Like that was like, oh, it's Zach. But I guess from like someone else on the outside looking in, like your parents on the outside looking in.
Here's what my explanation of this would be.
I
I don't think anyone would have like turned their heads and looked at me that wedding and been like, "Oh wow, careful of Zach, he's hammered."
Yeah.
But I think mom and dad were so hyper focused on me
I
that
think
they were
so.
just seeing me just.
I agree.
But he didn't make a fool of himself.
If he wasn't the one that dropped that glass, no.
Your cousin bumped into my freaking arm. Ben
I don't
will.
think so.
Okay, if we're on the jurisdiction of, if we're talking about weddings,
No.
there's somebody here that didn't get invited.
Don't change it. You want to know? You want to really know? I guess it's not the truth, but it is. Well, first off, did you see the
Meredith hates you.
Wow.
Doesn't. She was like,
The truth comes out.
she was like, I couldn't get invited to the wedding. Nah, literally, it was like 100. What? We had 165 people, and that room. You saw the room. It was tiny,
And I was your 166th best friend.
and our families
It
are
was huge.
Oh, yeah.
The room was massive.
halls.
I was looking down
That's all
upon
I could
people.
see. Hello.
That was my favorite part. The
I think I was cool with not being invited until Hudson. That's what I
well, at
was
least
like,
John
what
didn't
the
invite
heck?
you to his wedding because it would be super douche if John invited you.
And I think it was more. Also, it was like. What was that? Oh no! Can we just name drop people and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Baggett brought his significant other.
Yeah.
They was like, I know John. We went to Wednesday dinners.
Yeah.
So she felt hurt.
What?
She felt hurt.
She felt hurt because Ben Baggett got to bring his fiance or whoever she was at the time to your wedding, and then Meredith.
But that was, but I was
Meredith held a grudge
No, she didn't-
for
it
years.
was no grudge. But it's also in this case of like if it's not just like we can't invite John.
Listen, I don't even care.
Yeah, if you invite John, then you gotta invite Zach and both his parents. If you would have invited my parents, I would have been fine. I saw the invite when mom and dad were like, "Hey, you going to
Mom and
Jack's
Dad.
wedding? We're going too." And I said, "Oh shit."
You weren't
here we
invited
go."
either?
Yeah, he was.
No, I was invited. I was invited, but mom and dad got invited, and I was like, "Oh, great. Here we go.
What
Because
does
it's
that
like
mean?
Here comes a talk later."
About
What happened?
my just my crushing ability to
you're
party.
saying you wish mom and dad didn't get invited.
Oh yeah, obviously.
they have to. Do that.
I mean, like, I would have had a lot more fun if they were
was like,
there.
That was like of course they're getting invited.
Yeah, but I wish they would have got invited
Because
to
it really
like.
like my parents were like who do my parents want to be at that place? It was really like This is for the parents.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
It's not even for us. I mean, yeah, we're getting married, but it's like the parents. This is the time for the parents to have a good time.
Sonya P will only and completely be the only Miss Patterson that I ever know. And it's so tough to think that Meredith is Miss Patterson now.
It's crazy.
Oh, Meredith
Yeah.
is Mrs.
And she-
Patterson.
Yeah.
And she's at,
Yeah, I hate
and
it.
she's at
That's
Landmark.
hilarious.
She's at Landmark, and they're calling her Miss Patterson. And they're like,
Really?
That's so
It's
funny. And your mom
illegal.
doesn't work there anymore.
No, so
She is the Miss Patterson of Landmark.
Like,
You
people
need to
know-
have
People
one.
gonna hear Miss Patterson, they're gonna know Mayor.
That's crazy.
It's not gonna be.
Sonya P.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's crazy.
And I tell you, I went to eat in Feature City, and your parents were sitting there, and
Eden.
me and Taylor were eating at, I think it's
Yeah,
called
I
Friends
think my
Table.
mom told me about this
Yeah.
too.
So his parents are sitting there, and I'm like, oh, that's Mr. and Mrs. Patterson. And I was like, I'm not gonna talk to him yet, but when they leave, I'll say hey. So they're walking out, and I'm like, Miss Patterson, and she keeps going. I'm like, Miss Patterson, and she keeps walking. So I go, Sonya, and then she turns at me really quick, and she was looking at me for a second. She goes, oh, John Knight, and she goes, did you just call me Sonya?
You didn't answer Miss Patterson
I
twice.
tried. I called you Miss Patterson twice.
You know what's funny about that? So
Uh-huh.
she was like, same story, everything like that. She heard someone say Sonya. She turned around and she looked at it. She was like, is that Jay? Like, she literally saw Jay and she's like, that's John.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
And then she was like, you just call me Sonya.
Yeah, it was classic. You just called me Sonya.
Good
Sonya
people.
P.
Love them.
That reminds me of a
That's
story.
nice.
So, I had a couple buddies over, and we were driving the trail over at my parents' property. The problem with my parents' property that I'm soon realizing is it could be free range. Shoot guns, fire machine guns, do whatever the hell you want.
Guns.
But
A lot of giant freaking bazookas.
but the old prospector lives there now. Perry Knight.
Ah.
Cause so I'm driving the mule because I got my buddy Caesar who works works my parents' property. So I got him to bring the mule over. So I'm driving the mule back to my parents' property around 9 p.m. Don't know what Bully's doing up around that time. So I pull up around the horse pasture and I'm just like shining my lights in Bully's face with the mule, and he's parked right by the horse pasture, like turning around. And he's staring at me with so much hate in his eyes that I thought, like,
Didn't know who you were?
he had no idea. But I had no idea at this point. So I'm like, holy shit, like, Bully is pissed. Turns out I'm just shining high beams at an 85-year-old's eyes. So I, like, Caesar finally, like, turns off the lights. I didn't even realize. And then Bully, like, looks at me for a second, finally realizes. And I was like, hey, we're just going to ride the trails real quick.
Yeah.
But Bully definitely makes me want to do stuff around there less.
Because
I don't wanna make-
fun.
I don't want to make him angry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. But all right, so we did Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Only the first season, right? You haven't watched it. You haven't.
I've
No, we
only
watched all three.
2 of the 3.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I
Okay.
started the 3rd, and
Okay.
Taylor said, "You're gonna put this on right now," and I said, "What?"
The audacity. Well, I
we were
was.
watching Lost, and I was like, "I thought you weren't watching."
Y'all are watching Lost.
That
I've
is,
never
you
seen
talk
Lost.
about. You don't want to watch One Piece. You're gonna watch Lost.
It's not 1,000 episodes.
Damn.
That's
near.
a terrible explanation. But also,
It's
Lost
right.
is so much worse than One Piece and ever. But
Lost is
John
so
doesn't
long.
understand.
Lost is entertaining.
I think it takes a second to understand Japanese humor, because I'll be dying laughing and John will be like, that's but like
No,
I have like
didn't
a
even know
connection
shit
with
was
it.
supposed to be funny until I saw you laughing at it, and I
I
was like,
was-
"Oh, that's a joke."
Dying,
Shit ain't
bro.
funny.
But I loved Rings of Power. I didn't love it. Okay, I didn't love it.
when you
I didn't
first
love
started,
it.
I really-
you were
I am-
dogging
I didn't
it.
love
I
it.
am curious about what y'all think about it.
I didn't love it. So I
You wanna rate it
hadn't.
first? I thought you said you loved it.
Okay, we can do our rating.
Did
Do
you
have
not
your rating?
just start
I do have a
that
rating.
as I loved Ring of Power?
Yeah, I was trying to get your
I have
attention
two-
because you
I have-
wouldn't shut the hell up.
I have 2 different ratings
Or
of Ring of Power.
Uh-huh.
Season 1, like before watching season 2, like starting watching season 2, and after.
Nah, you can't.
Watching.
You
wait,
gotta
wait,
pick
wait.
one.
So
You know what I mean? It's changed. My opinion has changed.
Yeah, that's
a little.
fair, but you can't
Okay, I'll give you-
slut
okay.
out
We need to
season
go-
one
we
rating.
need to go like you
I can
haven't
give you a good
seen
reason.
season 2.
Yeah, it's got to be like you haven't
Let's
seen
go
season
like you
2.
haven't seen season
Okay,
2 first.
okay.
That rating.
All right,
Am I
ready?
going first, or is it just
No, it's
Oh,
1,
let's
2, 3. Say it out loud.
Okay.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. 8.2.
5.
Ew.
6.5?
Yeah.
What did you say?
8.2.
I said 8.1.
Yeah, you're
Really?
You're a
I
slut.
love it.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
What did you rate it after you watched season 2? You got like it more or less.
Like 8.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, well,
I
I mean,
appreciate- Because, okay, hear me out. I mean, we all watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
love
Great
it.
show. I kept on, and I love Lord of the Rings. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is like inspired. My wedding band is inspired by Lord of the Rings.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's like a dwarf.
Jackson
Like,
told a
unity.
nerd about it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
He's deep.
I'm deep in it. And so for me, it was like, you got to really do this right. It's like, you know how sometimes with like fantasy stuff, especially live action, if the
Corny.
acting, if the acting's not like there, it's
Yeah.
gonna come
That's
off as
never been the
corny.
case with Rings of Power, though.
But I was comparing, like, the acting is good, but I was always looking at it in the lens of a Game of Thrones like type acting and how
So
they did
what
it.
I've said about this and how I was explaining it to Hudson
Uh-huh.
was that Rings of Power is the Game of Thrones of Lord of the Rings.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
But-
the tough thing that they have is the story they have to tell is way more.
It's a lot more just fantasy based and a lot more.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
But
So-
so Game of Thrones.
So like,
But-
let me read my plot
But
summary.
I think that Game of Thrones,
I think
to Rings of Power's defense, it has to be like PG Game of Thrones. And I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
I do.
That's what I'm saying.
I honestly respect
But-
that more.
yeah.
The first
But what-
season of Game of Thrones, I rewatched it with Hudson, and I was like, "Oh
This
my
is
god,
not-
this is
yeah.
softcore porn." Like
Yeah.
people are just like,
that. Like I don't even like they can.
I'm
Game of
done
Thrones-
with that at
Game of
this
Thrones
point.
does too much of that. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, y'all, we don't need another medieval
once the story
sex
got
scene.
going with once the story got going with Game of Thrones, they stopped with like,
But
yeah,
I
it's-
also think like when something's rated R and you can do more like gore and stuff, even like there's a
Yeah.
lot more. Like,
most of the time
you
you're
can
watching
make it.
any of these scenes that are supposed to be hot in a movie theater or at your
It's just
house.
so awkward.
It's
And, like,
you're with
most
somebody
times,
else
like,
that
yeah,
you're like, listen, I don't even want to
and this
see
ends-
this
this
shit.
is-
right now."
this does not need to happen right
Yeah,
now.
I'm like,
Dude,
listen,
it'll
like,
make you not show someone something. You'll be like, oh.
I'm fine
you
with,
would
like-
love this. And I'm like,
right. It's like let
no,
her
we can't watch
that one scene and then
Yeah.
I'm fine with like an ass flash, like walking away from a bed,
Yeah.
but you don't have to like show me like a hanging dong for 22 seconds, and like Hodor or whoever the hell.
I love Rings of Power.
Wow.
I
I'm actually very surprised.
I don't.
Yeah.
We like
really
Lord of
love
the Rings.
The Hobbit.
I don't like the Hobbit.
I thought
Oh.
the first Hobbit was pretty good, but then they got like way too
I can't.
animated.
Yeah.
and, like,
They-
Well, if we're
went
talking
too
about
far
our
with
game with our draft,
The Hobbit.
I'm all Lord of the
I
Rings.
have I have another question about the draft.
I think I might have mixed in one from Rings of Power.
yeah.
The Hobbit.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
Think about this. The Lord of the Rings is 3 books, 3 movies,
Fire.
long movies.
Fire.
Yeah, they're all.
We watched the director cut at work.
I've never seen all the extended versions.
Oh, you need to.
My Tyler Sullenberg.
Jack had a
always says
book.
yes,
I wish I would have told you to bring it.
Oh yeah.
What is
Somebody bring you like a Tolkien book.
I have
or some
like
shit.
a book of like all of his like encyclopedia of Tolkien.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're a huge fan.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd.
The,
I told you.
But
That's
Lord of the
why I
Rings
know him.
is like 3 big books and like 3 long movies. The Hobbit is shorter than all 3 books, and
Yeah.
it is 4 movies long. So that was a real money.
Oh.
The first Hobbit is pretty good. I like. The
I
first
hate
one.
when they start grabbing for money.
Well, it's
Yeah. They made a bunch of stuff up in it.
They
evidently.
did. They-
I didn't read it.
like
you know
like,
what I'll say? I
glor-
love the
like,
dwarves
glamorized
in
it.
almost every single trilogy or whatever they make.
Yeah, the dwarves are the
I love the
best.
dwarves
Yeah, dwarves
in
are
almost all of them.
Gimli's.
Then I'm sure we have the same one on the list.
I had a question about
I
the
love
draft
him.
because Ring of Power has like reoccurring characters. They're just in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you use them twice? Like,
No. I think you need to specify
what's
what
the
from.
context?
That's not fair.
what's the context of this draft? Are we just doing like how strong these people are, or just like how good?
No,
of a
it's your
character-
favorite. It's your favorite, of all.
character. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's-
here's
okay.
what I would say about.
'Cause I got some weak guys.
I don't
on
think
top.
you should do like old Gandalf and new Gandalf. But how long did it take
But
y'all to
that-
know
Oh,
that?
he's
That's not
Gandalf
Gandalf.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah, he is.
That's not Gandalf. Period.
You don't think he's ever gonna get Gandalf?
No, it's not.
You're a liar.
I'm not lying.
They're gonna say Gandalf.
It's not Gandalf.
How?
All right, I'm about to nerd out right now. So,
Please, that's why I invited you.
Season 1 talking about how Morgoth, the guy before Sauron,
Yeah.
he had the battle, everything like that. So basically, there were people like Gandalf. Like I'll just say I forgot the name of what they were.
Yeah.
But wizards. They
It
sent
was
them.
something with an A. Ass turds.
It was like Astars or it started.
Yeah, that sounds right.
They sent them to
Yeah,
help Middle
told you it would help.
help Middle Earth.
Yeah.
It wasn't Gandalf wasn't until later. And like in the Hobbit, they show like the other ones are like the one from like the wood and like
Yeah.
Saruman, the White Wizard, the OG
Saruman.
White.
Yeah.
They were sent there to help out and everything like that. But this guy and the guy on season 2 that y'all
The black-haired guy.
is
So
he on
I
episode 2?
started
Black-haired
season-
guy.
Was he in
they show
the desert place? Did you?
They show for a split second. I watched like the beginning
Okay.
of episode 3,
He was sitting in that throne with the little staff with the moths.
and then
You
the
know.
bald girl comes down.
Okay, yeah. That
Yeah.
he's one of them as well.
At first, I thought he was Saruman, but I don't think so. I thought his
They're not there yet.
I don't even
you also
remember
gotta
How do
think.
you know that?
Yup, because this is happening like millions of years before. Not
Millions.
like thousands upon thousands.
Thousands?
Yeah.
Thousands for show.
So that's not Gandalf.
No.
But Sauron is
So
still
like,
Sauron.
so the main
How do we know that Gandalf can't live a
the
long
main
time
girl-
like the rest of them?
No, but I think
he's
Gandalf's like
alive,
600
but he's
years
just not,
old.
hasn't been sent to Middle Earth yet.
Yeah.
So he's in space.
He's wherever.
Is he like? I love this guy. So the reason I thought it was Gandalf is because of the ties it has to the halflings.
It's
so early.
it's very similar. So
They're trying to lead you on.
The Harfoots are like the hobbits, like before they became hobbits.
Yeah, are they hobbits? Like,
They're not
I
hobbits.
wish they would say like, I wish they would have like Baggins in there.
Yeah, no, they're not because it's so long ago. This is way before Bilbo. This is like
Also, here's a question I had.
yeah.
So there's like
Hobbits are around right now.
They're definitely
The
trying to lead you
Harfoots
on
are
into
pretty-
thinking it's Gandalf though.
Yes, so that's kind of like what I appreciate about season 1 and what I didn't. It's like you're like, I think I was so caught up to be like, who? Because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that's Gandalf. That
it's
has to
either
be-
Sauron
and I
or
was like-
Gandalf.
and that kind of messed me up. And then I was like, I didn't
Because
really
the guy
enjoy
in
it
the
as
desert
much.
is definitely not.
So
one
do
of
you
those
not
guys.
think you're guaranteed this isn't Gandalf?
Yeah,
They're
I know
gonna-
for a fact it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're gonna drop the name. I've heard for confirmation they're gonna drop the name of the wizard by season 2. The end of
Yeah.
it, it's gonna be like Ganondorf. Do you know the name? Do you think you know?
There's a guy.
I think I know. I might. Cause I know like I have like
The trilogy.
There's like a tree
Of wizards.
of like who comes to Middle Earth, who leaves, and like who like it's a whole bunch
one
of
wizard
stuff.
that they show.
It's crazy.
What's your guess?
I don't even. I can't.
We're
think of
hearing it here first, folks. Season 2.
It's no one you would know.
I don't
so-
care.
In the
I don't even-
preview.
I want to see if
even-
you're right.
Nah, I don't.
Come on.
I don't know
you
the
don't
name.
have a name? Come
In
on.
the preview for the show, they show a bunch of characters, and they show one wizard who I'm pretty sure is a guy named Tom Bombadil, and he's in the original.
Damba
books.
bamba damba.
Is that the show name Tom Bombadil or is that like
His
the
name's
actor?
in the books, the Lord of the Rings books. There's a character,
okay.
a wizard named Tom Bombadil,
Oh,
and they left him out of the movies because I don't know why, but he's like more powerful than Sauron, and he could have just basically destroyed the ring just by like grabbing it.
but he was just like
He's an actor.
too casual.
Yeah, I guess. I think he was just.
I'll
like,
let y'all
So,
play.
so I think Jack and probably you would know this. Like, wouldn't the Wizards of Lord of the Rings just absolutely stop
Yes.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Just stomp him.
Well, you got there's someone like
I don't know. You ever
Yeah.
see him do as something?
I've never heard
Harry
of death
Potter?
spell.
There is shooting
for-
spells like
yeah,
this.
they do
Dumbledore,
cool
I mean,
shit.
Gandalf.
Gandalf is all up in the air.
Gandalf in this is having a hard time.
Gandalf's literally an angel, y'all.
He can't even turn
An
on fire.
angel.
So like someone had a question.
Once he turns white Gandalf, he's an angel?
I mean,
Or he was
essentially,
always an angel?
they're always.
And then he's just
So
a villain.
Sauron, okay, Sauron. Someone had like a question. It was like on Twitter or something like that, and they're like, who went in to fight, Voldemort or Sauron, or who's more of a bigger evil? So like in the books, like it was literally like people were like, Voldemort, you don't say his name because he's like so feared, blah blah blah. In the books, you literally couldn't say Sauron's name or you will die. Like you literally can't utter his
Was
name.
that the
Oh.
point when he was the eye?
No, like this is like
At any
what we're
point-
watching right now, Ring of Power. Like when he builds that ring, that's when he becomes like, holy crap, this is Sauron.
Oh man, and he is just freaking milking the teat of this elvish dude.
Celebrimbor.
He's so freaking
Celebrimbor.
dumb.
Yeah.
But it's like
He tricks
Celebrimbor.
he's tricking him. This is how he does it. This
He's
is
tricksy.
He's a trickster.
Yeah.
this is like
He's a
his
trickster, that's Sauron.
So, do the rings that he makes for the elves,
Uh-huh.
is he supposed to be able to control them with them?
No, so when they weren't wrong when they were like saying like he didn't touch those rings.
But the
but it has his influences on him. So that's why whenever they have her on, they have the like it's kind of connected with him.
Yeah.
Because he's like he's made it, but he didn't
It's
do it
one
right.
ring to rule them all.
No, he hasn't made it yet.
Yeah, but it's 10 rings total, right?
No.
No, there's like 9
It's
for
3
men,
for elves.
3 for the elves.
9
7
for men,
dwarves and
7
9 for
for
men
dwarves.
because there's 9 kings and he
Yeah,
said
remember those kings that like
I need the men-
stabbed Frodo?
Yeah.
The men
Is
need
that
men.
only?
The
So
Nazgul, yeah.
what I was like, so the 9 kings are the one that surround him?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was
Men.
looking, I was like, wait, why isn't there like some freaking like tiny little guy running around and
Wait, what are you talking about?
like a little dwarf ghost guy?
Where?
Men.
When?
Like 9 rings to rule them all, and then there's one ghost. You know, when Frodo puts on the ring, he sees these giant ghost guys.
All
the
of
kings.
giant.
Yeah, but why isn't there like one 4'6" one? Like,
Oh no, because they're all beast men.
They're all men.
I think also I was wondering. I thought the elves couldn't be corrupted.
They can.
So
Their pride. So that's how he's tricking them.
Oh.
are
Their
we gonna
pride
see
is
the
what-
corruption of elves?
Their pride is what, and their egos is what how he gets to them.
Are we gonna see the corruption of
Dwarves
elves?
are stubborn, and so he's like, and then men are just.
Idiots.
Yeah, they're always how easy.
We're done.
That's why everyone's like, you can't give him to man.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
You need-
they'll be corrupt so quick.
They'll be fine.
But they're the strong, like they are the ones who are technically are over Middle Earth. Men are the ones who control Middle Earth. So
Will
that's why
we
he's like,
see
that's why
him
he's like, I need
corrupt
you.
the elves?
He,
I would love to see them turn to the
he
knights.
kind of has already.
Obviously.
Turn
I
into
mean,
the
like, at
what?
least Celebrimbra.
They don't turn into
I know. It's the Knights of Maine. It's
okay,
the
so you
Maine
know the main
Knights.
girl, Galadriel.
Yeah. She's the one that's like, she
In
turns
Lord of the
blue.
Rings. In Lord of the Rings. So that's why, in that scene, that's why she's like, yeah, it's even controlled. Like they just like it kind of like they make the excuse of like we needed to protect the Eldritch so we can stay and protect Middle Earth, but they're like actually like corrupted already.
They
Yeah.
just want the ring.
They just want the rings.
She's wearing hers in the movie,
Yeah,
so she's wearing the one she currently has on.
yeah. Like it's like
Whoa.
they need it. Like that's how
What?
they stayed. Like it's like they. Sauron did that on purpose because Sauron has done everything on purpose because he's like,
I
you
feel like-
need to rely on me, and y'all know that y'all relying on me, but you can't do anything about it.
I feel like Frodo offered her the ring, and she was like,
The real
She
one.
did. Yeah, she did.
of the
She did because Frodo's like, oh, you're good.
She
You,
says,
y'all can be
instead
able
of
to.
a dark king, you'll have
I'll
a
be the
queen.
be the strongest queen and stuff like that. And so that she's been like fighting for a long time.
Yeah, that was a terrifying scene. The only
She like
scarier
Beyonce
scene
to
in
be in
Lord
that
of the
scene.
Rings.
I don't know why I always think
Beyonce.
when I was a kid I was like
That's
Beyonce.
Beyonce right there.
I don't know why.
That scene was scary in Lord of the Rings,
No,
and
that scene in Lord of the
also
Rings
That
is
Bilbo.
Bilbo.
The Bilbo scene was terrifying.
Exactly. We watched that in the car when we were
oh,
rewinded
bro, we
like
were
6
at
times.
100 times, and by the end of it, we're just dying laughing.
Let me see it one more time.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
No, but yeah, so okay.
Okay,
You want to do the draft?
You got a summary?
Sure.
I'll read mine. Thousands of years before a curious hobbit finds the one ring to rule them all in a cave, it was forged. In the First Age, the Lord of the Dark, Morgoth, was defeated by a host of Valar. His successor, Sauron, was also assumed to be dead, as he has not been seen or heard of since Morgoth's defeat. However, Galadriel is not convinced. She searches Middle-earth high and low for sign of Sauron's return. Inexplicable and nefarious events begin to take place, which lead Galadriel to the conclusion that the enemy is lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right time to strike. Elves, dwarves, hobbits, and men alike must prepare for the looming battle.
Okay. How's your summary?
Going?
Not as good?
Yikes.
That was great, John,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Rings of Power utilizes 8 hours to tell a 72-hour story. Though the first season seems like it's slow, it's setting up for a story that needs seasons upon seasons to tell. We are in for a treat, people.
And you thought when you
honestly,
started,
that's how I thought. That's
you
why
rated it 8.2.
that's why I
when
gave
you
it a
said,
yeah.
I'm never gonna finish this. This stinks.
I didn't want to watch it that
That's
time.
how I gave it-
I
that's-
binged it, and
I
it was
gi-
Beast.
I gave it a low.
told you it was beast.
I was watching it
I
once a
told you
week,
this.
so I was
You-
like expecting it, and then I was like, But then I watched it all over again when when I was
Yeah.
catching up. I was like, oh, that was
It's a banger.
Yeah.
But there's
It
a
gets
lot of
slept
stuff.
on.
Listen, and I do not like that I have this opinion, but here's the facts, people. The fact that it takes years for seasons to come out in between seasons is the reason
This one's
you
not that bad,
are
I
so
feel like.
disappointed. That's not what I'm talking about specifically. I just rewatched Game of Thrones with Hudson. almost like to its entirety.
Oh,
like
fire.
I would KO and he would watch like 4 episodes and
Yeah.
I would just catch up back. But like the last season of Game of Thrones, the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones weren't even that bad. Because I watched it through and through.
I have to agree and disagree because I did the same thing with Mayor.
Listen, he's on the season finale and he's
I'm not
got.
gonna-
He hasn't watched it yet?
No, it's tomorrow. We're gonna watch it tomorrow
Dude,
with
it's
our
bad.
buddies. I know.
No, but I mean, the last season's bad.
It's just bad. It's just objectively.
It's just bad. It's bad.
I said, pretty much he knows it's worst case scenario. And I said, what do you think is the worst case scenario of who could end up on the throne of the 7 kingdoms?
Right.
And he said, I don't know, like Daenerys? Daenerys would have been fine.
Yeah, comparatively,
Oh, man.
it can be much, much worse.
Really bad for him.
We gotta roll the encyclopedia.
Dude,
As
it's
king
so
of the
bad.
7
I
kingdoms.
can't even imagine something ending that bad. Yeah, Zach, you're so wrong on that. It's bad.
It's
No,
It's
it,
bad.
I mean, like even like the the White Walkers, like that whole thing. Like
It's
you
bad.
were like,
That was
it was
bad.
fine.
No.
It was fine.
That was bad. They killed him in
Wow,
2
you couldn't see
seconds.
it.
They built
Cleve
him up.
said it was his favorite episode of all time.
Cleve is
Cleve.
bad.
Clear that.
He's bad.
I didn't
It's like
believe
they
you when
open
you
up
said
the
it.
show with the White Walkers.
That was
They
horrible.
build them up for 7 seasons, and then they
Preach.
kill them like this.
Instantly.
They killed him with.
I'm not even saying her move wasn't
See,
sick.
okay, no, my thing is
That was
this.
tight.
My thing is
Boom,
this.
drop, catch,
Jon Snow,
stab.
when they were bringing back the wildlings and stuff like that, you see the Night King up there on his perch, looking all high and mighty. Jon
Yeah.
fighting a White Walker.
Doesn't
One of the
matter.
head generals kills him with the sword, and it looks up and basically like, "You're next." They didn't even see each other the whole
No.
fight.
Yeah, why didn't they fight? They didn't
Listen,
even-
so with that,
instead, Jon Snow was hiding behind a rock the whole time.
Yeah,
Like,
Jon Snow
Snow-
needed to kill the Night King.
He needed to. That was
Jon Snow also
He's a
tells
bitch.
Khaleesi.
That was gay too.
That was gay
He's a
too,
bitch.
but also,
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, they couldn't give him this and the
Don't
other.
you fucking defend this.
Arya should have killed her.
Yes.
That was an F.
Yeah.
Sin. Shame. Shame. Where's our shame bell?
I'm sorry.
Jackson F.
They should've switched-
we gotta change it to explicit on our
They
podcast.
could have switched who they killed.
Huh?
Arya killing her could have been sick.
Arya could.
Oh, I would have rather.
Arya
I
should've
would have
killed
rather
Arya.
Arya killed Cersei.
Yeah.
And Cersei fell by falling rocks.
Which-
Jon Snow killed the
Night King.
Night King, and then shit. I mean, like freaking Tyrion stabbed Khaleesi.
Well,
I could have given shit.
That would have been cool too, because he was like
Yeah.
her sidekick, and then
Yeah,
they
and he
turned
was
on
like
her.
also like
he could have been the
scared.
Kingslayer, just like his brother.
Oh yeah.
Jamie should have died in that night. If we were gonna keep it this way, Jamie should have died earlier, sacrificing himself for Brienne Tar.
Nope, I like it.
Arya should have stole his face right then and there.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, stolen face. I love that.
Dude, you're thinking crazy
It could
face.
I would have been fine with how it ended, them embracing each other, something like that. She's like, at least I'm
And
I mean,
Arya
he just-
ribs are freaking. Dude,
Oh,
what? How
she
crazy
also
would it
stopped
have
stealing
been?
faces.
her whole that whole.
No, it all disappeared right after
I was like, what the heck are we doing?
the fray died.
Everyone-
Right after the fray.
I was like, what are we doing?
What if they just had like a crazy 5-minute makeout scene? Just tongue and all.
And then tripped it up.
And then Arya
She's like 3 feet tall or 3 short.
That would have been fantastic.
That's what
Yeah, I
that's what
forgot she could even
it
steal
was like-
Oh,
faces.
dude, but I was watching the battle in Winterfell. No, Westeros back. Khaleesi burns everything, which
Yeah.
I was shocked.
That's
I
another
was like
thing,
almost forgot
honestly, it's
about
like,
it.
I was like, why are you so angry?
Why is she
Yeah,
such a
I
man?
didn't like that either.
Holly wasn't
No,
I
I
was like she
hated
was
that
supposed to be
part.
nuts like her dad or whatever, but
Like she was
I didn't
mad.
like it.
No,
That was
I didn't like that
garbage,
part
bro.
either.
They were like, she was building up to being nuts all the time. I'm like, not barely. She
Yeah,
barely
but do
did
y'all
nuts
think
stuff.
that like the
Nothing like
dude
that.
kind of had like a scapegoat? The dude who wrote it, I forget his name.
By not writing it?
I think he like
R.R. Martin?
I think the gist of it, like the ending part, would probably have remained the same.
Oh, he hasn't dropped his book. He's probably changed the whole damn
changed
thing.
everything.
Because
Yeah, at this point,
because
people
Right
bitch
now,
so
he's,
much.
yeah, he's petty. He was like, nah, I'm not gonna.
I mean,
not
how
doing it
long
like
ago
that.
did that come out
That's
now? Like 5
stupid.
years?
No, he was saying he was like, slow down. He wanted 10 seasons.
Yeah, they
Ah.
should have. But I heard
But
that like
they're doing
they
Star
needed-
Wars. They're
Yeah,
about
they
to get
got
right to
dropped.
Star, so they're like, we're gonna.
I heard Star
dropped.
Wars, and I also heard that like the actors were kind of done with it.
I get that too. I heard that too, and I was
It's
like,
like
that makes
7
sense.
seasons.
This is like
Yeah,
it's been like a big chunk
Yeah,
of your
yeah, but
life.
what are they
also,
doing now?
Dude, I wish somebody would sign me up for an Office or a Game of Thrones where by
You're set for
season
life?
5 I'm just getting my nut every episode. A million episode.
Yeah, you're definitely
And
getting a million episodes.
I couldn't care. I mean, drag it into the dirt
They
until I'm
owe us.
75.
Well, apparently it was like when the books. I read the books and like
Game of Thrones?
yeah,
All of them?
yeah.
Hell yeah,
Did you read Lord of
son.
the Rings too?
Yeah.
This dude's a
I read
freaking
Lord of the Rings before I
nerd.
watched the movie.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
when did you watch the movies? I watched that movie in like
6th.
first grade.
6th grade.
And you read all the Lord of the Rings?
I had to read the books before I could start watching the movie.
Are you? You're a genius.
Dude, you know what's funny?
I haven't read a book. All right, I
You read the Lord of the Rings before 6th grade?
during 6th grade.
Wow.
Reading them.
Jeez.
I just tuned out for a second and looked at my phone, and at least like half of them are listening in, our buddies, because
Hey, really?
Chris already knows that we watch stand up.
We love you, Chris. One of a kind.
Yeah, we said we loved him like
One of a
100
kind. A true one of a kind.
He's a giant bee though. Let's play our draft.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
first round or first.
Yeah,
pick?
Yeah,
you
you
go
get
first.
first pick, obviously.
Do we have to explain? I mean, I can easily explain. My number 1 pick is Aragorn.
Oh, whoa.
I'll go next. I'll go next. I don't know.
Aragorn is my number 1 pick.
Uh-huh.
You can go next.
Gandalf.
Oh, great. I still get my number 1.
Legolas.
Legolas. He's always been my
Okay,
favorite.
Okay.
He
I
just
love
shreds.
Legolas. I love Legolas.
Number 2. I had to switch it up because I didn't want to.
Gandalf is beast, though.
I don't like Aragorn.
I love Aragorn. He was my number 3,
he's
though.
Definitely not.
I went
He-
Legolas,
do you mean?
Gandalf, Aragorn.
He's my
Kingdom
top
Man.
4, but number 4. He would have been
He got
behind
with the- he got with the
Legolas
elf
for
girl.
sure.
So he had him at 4.
Gandalf is way better than both of them.
But
No,
They-
Legolas is so cool.
Gandalf,
He's got fireworks.
Yeah,
He's got hobbits.
he had an elf. He like had an elf babe who took her whole immortality and gave it to him.
Did you know Aragorn
Yeah,
is...
that's some pimp shit.
Come on,
Did you know
bro.
that Aragorn is half elf?
Yeah, he's half elf.
He's also like 100 years old in the movies.
When he dies, like that's why he still looks kind of young. When he's
Yeah.
like 300 then. When
Also,
he died. yeah.
When Gandalf leaves Frodo with the ring after Bilbo,
It's like 50
leaves,
years. I
He
heard that
comes
part.
back after like 20 years.
Yeah, I heard that part.
After he did his research, he's like, I found out what this thing is.
Yeah, well, it actually isn't. He's like,
I
"Whatever it
Still
is."
got this. You
All right.
still look great, Frodo.
Hey,
What are the lifespans of a hobbit?
not too long. I mean,
They
look
said
together.
111th birthday, and they were like, holy shit.
Yeah,
And I
well,
think that's
he
what
Bilbo
it
had
was
is.
the
like,
ring.
because he had the
Yeah,
ring.
the ring. I think probably like your
It's
standard
probably
normal
human.
human.
It's probably like
Normal
you
human.
get
Yeah.
Yeah. What about a dwarf?
Standard.
They're pretty long too, but not like too long. They're
Well,
like,
they had that whole bitch fight.
maybe 106.
Okay. Yeah. A little extra. All right, Jack, come on, man.
Gimli because I love dwarves. Is my number
Great
2.
one.
All right, I'm gonna do Samwise Gamgee, the best
That's good.
the best guy
The true
in
main
all Lord
character.
of the Rings.
I like
He's the
it.
true main character. Yeah.
I'm going Gollum.
Whoa.
I love Gollum.
Explain yourself.
He was my number
He's a great
5.
character. I
It
like
needs
him.
no explanation
He
whatsoever.
doesn't.
Gollum-
He talks to himself.
If I
says
could have
some
gotten
funny
Gollum
things.
in the 3rd round,
He has
next
some of my
round,
favorite lines.
I would have gotten him.
What's taters, precious? Let me see. What am I going with next?
3?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all kind of took some of them.
Told you.
Yeah, you had to be prepared for 12.
I would say we're at 3 right now. I do have a 5 that I don't think y'all gonna say, but
It's only 4.
oh, it's top 4. Okay, then 3.
4 horsemen draft. Everyone does 5. We do 4. Nice. That's what sets us apart. And also that it takes us 10 minutes.
Hey, I'm sorry. I have 4 strong ones and now
They're gone?
you already took
Dog,
them.
we told you. Those were like the highlights of Lord of the Rings.
You're going to have to go with a second tier.
I already have my next one.
I got about 8 lined up.
Yeah.
This
This guy didn't make a list of 12.
And I got some
He
honorable
thought we
mentions.
would it
Wait,
mention.
He didn't think we'd say Gandalf.
Well, you guys took all my great ones.
Well, I do like Elrond is one.
Elrond's good.
Is
Elrond.
one good.
Elrond.
He's Mr. Smith in Matrix as well.
The lead elf.
He's a
Word,
young
word,
guy,
word.
but then also the head elf.
Yeah.
That's Elrond?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, damn. He
He's in
goes
both.
high elf?
yeah.
Good for him.
He's also in this. He says he's half human, which is so douche because he douches Aragorn the whole time.
That's because he's
he sees himself.
He's himself.
But how come
And
he has elf ears and Aragorn doesn't?
Jack, we need your third. I'm itching to get this one off.
I thought he said
I said
Elrond.
Elrond.
Oh, okay. So that's your
Yeah.
Elrond, young or old?
See, that's what I mean.
They both kind of suck.
Nah, Elrond old is dope.
Elrond.
He's high elf.
I don't like either of
He's
them.
hot.
honestly.
He's high elf Elrond.
All
And
right, I'm
also-
gonna go. My favorite dwarf of any of the Lord of the Rings, Durin.
Durin's good.
Gimli's
fourth.
better.
No, I like Durin better.
Gimli's better.
Durin's loyal to the soil.
I like Durin.
Gimli's
He's
a
nice.
I like
He's
Durin
Elrond.
better than Gimli.
Wow.
I'll say it.
Durin's not fighting all those orcs.
And there's no elf I like better than Legolas.
I agree.
That's facts.
Legolas is the dope as hell.
Oh, he's so sick.
I'm gonna
never misses.
go.
But there's that the black guy. He's just as good with the bow.
I don't nah. He,
I have him
you know
on my
Legolas. He's cool.
He's
No,
cool.
he's cool.
But something about him is
Legolas took down the
Legolas.
elephant.
He's at the bottom of the list. Yeah. But I had.
He's on your list.
I'm gonna be at the
he's not
bottom.
on my list.
I'm gonna go with Sauron from the beginning of the first one when he's killing all those jokers and
See,
he's got
I-
the sick
I
helmet.
can't say that because he died from getting his hand cut off, his finger cut off. That's so weird.
Yeah, that is pretty close. That is
He
pretty
never
close.
died.
I mean,
He turned into
You know
a
what's
whole
awesome?
tower.
Yeah,
Drew
true.
would take all the people and he just
His, I
cut a
just think he
finger off.
looks really cool with
You know
that
what's
mask.
also crazy, dude? That's when did y'all know the Sauron twist at the first of Rings of Power?
It was
It
like
took
very last
me-
episode.
Oh my god!
That's why
bro.
I was like, what the I was thinking everybody.
Wait,
No,
you
I
said you
was
didn't know
thinking
either?
everybody but him.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought him one
And then,
time.
like, in the
I
back
don't
of my
either.
head, in the back of my head, I was like, what
because
is-
he
what is him?
doesn't have wizard vibes to him.
When she started looking at him odd, but Austin Penland told me that Sauron could shapeshift.
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh, I mean, he went to the fire and came
I was
out an
thinking-
elf.
I
That
was
was
thinking-
Oh man, honestly, he could get me with that shit too. He was like, "I've been sent to save you,"
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be like,
and he comes out like that,
He's
like.
He's pulling shit out of his ass. I'm like, okay.
And then they say once he's got you,
I thought it was a little boy.
I'm actually-
I thought that was gonna be Sauron for the longest.
I'm actually a
Which-
health
oh,
inspector
yeah,
I was
from
like, oh, that's Sauron.
yeah, maybe.
dude the elf world where it's just pure sunlight 24/7 a day.
Yeah.
Seems like hell to me too.
Like
You're
dive
just
in the
going
water.
into a
You jump off the
big road.
You jump off the boat.
Maybe I don't know.
You're
But
going to
it just
heaven.
seems-
You're like, eh.
If it was heaven, it's a different story. But this is still on the earthly plane.
Yeah,
and
it's like-
you're going into a gate of sunlight.
They let
like, is it
Frodo
always
go
just
there at the
sunny?
end.
Frodo and Bilbo, yeah.
Frodo and Bilbo,
It was
that's
just
how
like
they take
kind of-
those
That's where
boats.
they live.
At the end, Frodo's like, they take Bilbo to get on the boat, and then Frodo's like,
I'm going.
"See you guys."
But then
and
they
they're
like,
like,
I bet
"What?"
it's sick as shit then.
He's like, "I'm tired."
But I feel like if I was like up there too, I'm like, what about me?
yeah.
Bilbo can go, but I'm over here gonna die in his stupid elf.
Frodo?
No, yeah, just a regular guy. What if I was an elf? I was like, I don't want to stay here.
And then-
they didn't deserve it.
I guess it's not really heaven because it seems like that girl's brother's actually dead.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get to come back and go to heaven.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's
Definitely
dead.
not heaven.
You have to live to make it over to the
They're
great lands.
You
Beat
gotta
with
survive,
elf
brother.
light the whole time. Just
But-
permanent elf.
All right, Jack, you got to come up with one more.
You
I do have one more. This is a dark horse. Y'all probably not gonna
Oh,
appreciate.
great, here we go.
it.
The books.
No. It's not a book.
It's someone we know.
Yeah. Oh, is it me?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
you.
No man can kill me.
Oh.
No man.
She does do that. That's sick. What's that girl's name?
Oh, that is a good scene.
Yeah.
Don't even know her name.
Yeah, that's lame as shit.
Man.
That's not fair.
Hey,
She
she's awesome.
kills the main
she
dude.
kills the main dude.
All right, I
What's her
have.
name?
I can't think of her name right now. Oh my gosh, I had it.
Eowyn. Her name's Eowyn.
Oh, nice. Yep. If I do Merry and Pippin as a pair, that'll be my last pick.
Screw them.
Can I do them as a pair?
They're completely different.
All right, fine. I'll
Yeah.
do Ned Stark, Boromir,
Ah,
Last pick.
I like Boromir.
Good.
number 4.
That's a good one.
He's strong. He's 8.
What's up with him dying in the beginning of everything?
Oh my god, dude! He
First
can't
movie,
catch a
first
break.
season.
But honestly, he's like Butcher from The Boys.
The writer Rohan.
Butcher is in Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
he's a writer.
Butcher is in like
He's one of the
so
writers.
many
Star
things.
Trek. He's in Marvel.
Everything,
He
dude.
is
Like
in Star
he's
Trek.
so beast. He's also like a Favreau of Marvel. Because Favreau put himself in a lot of shit. He's a Mandalorian. He's Tony Stark's assistant. He writes all that stuff.
Who is he in Mandalorian?
A Mandalorian.
Is he really?
Where? Pretty sure he was like going against him.
He'd be too fat.
I don't think they showed his
He's
face.
not fit enough to be a Mandalorian.
I got fit.
That'd be one beefy Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
sure?
a lot
You
of.
can see you, like I feel like I'll be watching like that guy.
I
That guy
swear
cosplaying as a
he was
Mandalorian.
either the voice actor of one of the Mandalorians that he fought against, but he was in it.
That's fair.
But he definitely wrote it.
Okay, and I'm going to go.
You just put a buff dude in a suit of armor, and then you voice over it, and then it just looks like you're a buff dude in a suit of armor.
Yeah, but wasn't like Pasquale, like wasn't he actually in the
Pasco,
Pasco
Pesto
Pedro.
Pascarale.
Pesto Pedro.
Pedro Pascal. If you would have said it wrong the first time, I would have got it immediately. But then you
I
got
thought
me
you
on
were
the
kidding
loop.
around.
No, the first time.
Pascal Pedrolis.
Is it?
No, I mean that was a joke, but
Isn't he in the suit?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
tight.
No, he's saying is
He's
he
got
acting
tight
the whole
body.
time or is it someone fake?
I don't know, man. If I was a A-list actor, Pasco Pestaroli is definitely an A-list actor.
I
at
honestly
this
think
point.
that he's probably fake a lot of times because they probably use like a
I'd
stunt
I'd be like,
double.
get some dude that looks like me, put him in a freaking.
You're not gonna want to do the
Suit?
stunts?
If it's 90 degrees and
You're
I'm
not
gonna
gonna Tom
wear a
Cruise
suit
it?
of armor.
Tom Cruise doesn't do that.
I just
Tom Cruise
watched.
He's jumping off that mountain.
You know
I
when
just
Tom Cruise
watched-
does that, it's because he's 5'4". He's a
compensated.
loser.
I
There's
just watched
nobody
Top
that can
Gun
do a
Maverick
stunt
for the
double
first time. That movie's sick.
Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise
is a
Top Gun is
beast.
sick.
The only
But
thing that's
he-
bad about him is Scientology.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a psychopath.
And he's got weird 3 front teeth. Have y'all seen that?
Or just one.
No.
So he's got like our 2 front teeth line up to where like it's practically in the
His
center
tooth
of
is
our
in the
noses.
middle.
His big tooth
It's
is in
gotten
the
better with
middle.
age, but look up Tom Cruise too.
It's in the middle of the
In
3,
Top Gun
and it
1,
looks like
it's
he's got
rough.
3 big teeth.
Yeah, he
It's
has.
an absolutely atrocious sight to see, Jack.
Tom Cruise too.
John, I think
Oh my
I just did
gosh.
Boromir. Do you have your final pick?
Yeah,
Holy
I'm gonna
crap.
go with.
Yeah, dude, it's a
Um,
freak of nature.
What the heck?
He's
I'm
a
gonna go
monster.
with the orc who kills Boromir, the main orc from the first
Oh,
one.
I do like him. I
With
can
the
picture him
white
too.
Technically, you call it Uruks.
Arooks, and that one too. So
All of them are called orcs.
the one with the
Goblins,
giant
Uruks.
bow and arrow that creates Boromir.
He's dope.
Yeah, so what's up with the dark elf that was like
He was just one of the like kind of generals of. He was like kind of side by
but
side
like
with
what, he's
Sauron.
not an orc. I feel like orcs were elves turned evil, right?
That's what he was.
But he was like
One of the
he was
original.
95%.
I think
elf.
he's one of the original.
He's one of the original.
So I think
yeah.
like that's why he's mostly human.
That's why they call
So
him the father of the orcs and stuff like that. He's like one of the
Holy
original.
shit,
Yeah.
that guy must have been beast, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He already
still
was
alive.
defeated, right?
He's alive.
Adar.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Okay, Adar.
Oh, but he got recasted.
No. Oh, that
He did?
actually reminds me.
Yeah, he's 100% recast.
Brownwind, the hot mom.
That's a different guy in the second
Yeah,
season?
yeah.
Brownwind, the hot mom who had the Theo, was her son. She was like fine. So like at the end of season 1, they had a reunion. Like he thought his mom was dead,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they had like he's like worried, and then like she pulls up behind him and was like Theo, and they hug.
Yeah.
And then at the end of season 2, all of a
She's
sudden
burning on
she's
a fire.
just dead. I was like,
She's
what?
dead?
Did she get canceled? Yeah, if you haven't seen that, I'm sorry, but she's dead. And
Yeah.
it was like out of
She's
nowhere. Like just like
Wasn't she?
Pyre, dead, didn't show her face, nothing happened, she's dead now, deal with it. Like
Did
she
you just
got like
mention she's dead?
like she said
Wait.
some crazy shit
No,
like
no, no.
in
But
between the two
wasn't
seasons.
it like everything was happy go lucky and then the volcano
It
erupted?
did. And they
No,
lost
because
her,
that's
and
when
then
they
she came back.
reconvened.
They can reconvene after.
That was after the
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, my
Oh,
mom's
yeah, that's a
dead,"
whole.
and then
that's a
they
problem.
reconvene,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Fine," like taking care of the
Maybe she
injured.
just-
And then, oh, she must have said the N word or something.
Why does that-
I don't know. It gets you like canceled like that, dude. Like you remember that?
They
That's
probably were like,
crazy.
we
You
don't
remember
need
the
you.
buff bitch from Mandalorian?
I heard about. I didn't watch
She was like
Mandalorian
a
that,
Trump
but
person or something. Said something out of line.
Brown.
Canceled. Boom. You got to be careful in between seasons.
you just gotta.
I'm trying to think of other people.
I'm
There
trying
were
to think
some
of other
people in, like,
words you could
Stranger
say that would
Things.
that would make that happen.
J.K. Rowling. Talk about the transgender
Anti-trans.
stuff.
But I feel like
Let's see what happened.
he
to
probably was
Brian.
just like,
J.K.
We
Rowling
don't-
must just laugh at people that hate her. Like, hey, we're still gonna make a TV series on HBO
Are they-
about your
are they
story.
still doing that?
Yeah,
Who's that dropping?
and we're still gonna pay you because we legally have
You
to.
have to pay her.
But also, we're just gonna make you seem like a really bad person.
I can't get this face out.
It's disgusting. Nah, he's a monster. And he's also 5'3". I don't care what
5'3"
the.
monster.
Yeah. Tom Cruise kind of pisses me off, but he's also great.
He makes good movies though. Mission Impossibles are good movies.
Every single one.
I haven't even
every
seen
single
any
one?
of them.
Yeah, like I've
Really?
seen like 2 of the 18.
Are they beats?
That's what y'all should. Y'all need to watch those.
How many are
Screw
there?
that.
Even from the
6.
start?
Yeah.
No, I think there's like 9.
Nah,
There's
there's
6 of them.
way more than 6.
I'm telling you, I think
There's at
maybe
least 9. I'm saying 9 with John.
9.
I'm telling
That
you.
is a lot.
It's like I think actually I'll say 8. I swear to God, there's a Mission Impossible 8. It's still impossible. Yeah, look at Jack.
How many are there? 11?
Holy
Shit,
crap.
dog. 15? 6. Yeah, those are the
3, 4,
6
5,
good
6.
ones you
There's 8.
remember.
8.
Well,
Wow.
The 8th one's coming out in 2025. So
Told ya.
they're good. They're
All
like,
right.
They're like getting like 90s plus. Like
So the actress just chose not to return, and same thing happened to the Adar guy
What
because
an idiot.
I already wrote about him.
That seems weird.
Already read about him.
that was
Why
like
would
the
you
same
not
guy.
want to return?
I think maybe
Kinda like how
the
Tears-
first season didn't have a great reception.
Yeah.
It
How
was
about a
rated
work
like a
environment?
6.9.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah,
people-
it wasn't like favored. Like people did not.
I don't
like it.
think people gave it a chance. I think it's beast.
No, I think it's okay. For sure.
I
You
think
gave it
they-
8.2.
8.2. Great.
They needed.
Sorry.
They needed like to build.
Backed
up.
off a bit.
They needed to like.
Yeah, you heard that people didn't like it, and then you were like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I mean,
Am
it's
I being
fine.
lame here?
Whatever.
Yeah.
The first thing I do when figuring out a rating is look what IMDb said and then just change it a little bit.
Man, that is so
But then act
freaked.
like I'm doing something different.
That's crazy.
All right. Y'all ready for my game?
Yeah.
All right, it's going to take a minute. It's not going to take that much of a minute. Let's in.
You know what? Screw her.
Come on, buddy.
She wasn't that important.
Nah, like just accept it, dude. You're making lots
Well,
of
I
money.
feel, well, it's the same thing with like Terrence Howard when he was like the original War Machine. And
But he got screwed.
yeah, I heard he did.
I think
that.
Robert Downey Jr. screwed him. But Terrence Howard went and made a bunch of money on
What?
Empire. Is that the,
Is it Empire?
I
It
thought
is
that was
Empire.
the main,
yeah.
main guy?
Empire was like corny and whack.
I've never seen it. Well, actually, that's a lie. One time I went to this girl's.
I thought Power was good. Power's a good one with like 50 Cent, like Ghost and all that
Ah.
stuff.
Did he produce that?
50 Cent, yeah, he produced that. But Empire, I thought it was like the cornier version of Power.
I've only seen it a little bit.
It's
When
like
I
a soap opera version.
yeah, when I went to get my hair braided when it was long at this girl's house, and she said, "You ever seen Empire?" And I said, "No." And she said, "You're about to." And then we watched about 3 hours of Empire while I got my hair braided.
That sounds like torture. Get me off of this chair.
I was just in her house watching Empire. I was thrown in the middle of it. I had no idea what was going on.
Was it good?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it kept me entertained.
I mean, you're sitting there in a chair for 3 hours. I feel like
It was tough. One time, me and Zach both went to her house to get our hair
that was
braided.
the story you were telling about.
Ah,
Oh, so
but-
that was before.
Yeah, I went to her house twice.
So we had me and John went to get our hair braided, and like I had semi-long hair, but it wasn't like crazy,
Mhm.
and John had like crazy long
This is where
hair.
you had like down to the back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wanted to do like Post Malone braids, which was pretty much like a box braid all the way down.
Right.
And like I went first, got
How
cornrows,
do you
got
know
done
that
like 2.5
terminology?
hours. Huh?
How do you know the terminology?
Box braids?
How do you not?
I've got box
I got
braids.
your hair.
You got your
I just said I
hair.
wanted to look like this guy.
I got I got box braids specifically one day with Jack,
Yeah,
and it was so funny because
Jack had his hair braided.
So Jack like
I have long
Jack
hair.
gets his hair braided all the time.
I
So
feel like I've never seen you with braided hair.
My hair was like.
Do you
at least
sometimes
for
do
a
a
minute,
twist?
at least for
They're
a
in
minute,
box
you were
braids.
getting wicked
okay.
braids. So anyway, so I'm like Jack, I kind of want to get my hair braided at the same time. Like it's good. Like I'm going on vacation. It'll be funny for that. Usually when I get my hair braided, it's off of funny. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's all for the joke.
I can't pull it off for more than 2 weeks before people are like, this guy's a freaking asshole. And every time I go to a store, I'm like, everybody thinks I'm a freaking asshole.
Immediately.
Exactly. So Jack's like, all right, cool. Like, I'm getting my hair braided on this day. I'll be done around this time. You just pull up and like we'll like end around the same time. I go in there. Jack's hair has all of a sudden gotten 6 inches longer than when he started off this journey. And I'm like looking at Jack. He's looking like A$AP Rocky back at me. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And Jack looks pissed in the chair.
Oh yes.
And Jack acted like
Yes, bro.
Jack acted like he didn't want them to put
No,
extensions in
they
his
did
hair.
not.
He
My hair was
stands on
long
that
enough.
grave.
My hair was long
He
enough.
stands on that grave.
Yeah, they made him like.
After the
Yeah.
first braid, Jack didn't say anything, and then they did 32 more.
What am I gonna say?
I don't
Stop.
want extensions. That was the first time. Stop it! All right, gentlemen. This is a fun game. I hope it doesn't cause any qualms, but this is Newlyweds, which is great because we have 3 fellas here and 1 guy that owns a dog and is very happy. But I texted y'all's significant others specifically
wondering how-
over these
Wait,
days.
really?
Yeah, and they all gave me answers. And all of y'all's wives or girlfriends or fiancés, wives and fiancés, would piss me off just because of how they answered these questions. I was like, what? But it was so funny, John. I was thinking, like,
That's why you're not dating anyone.
I know.
I asked Taylor.
Jeez. I was asking Meredith about this, and I added Hudson to it later, and I asked Olivia because Hudson just recently got engaged. Congratulations, Hudson.
Wrap it up.
Just this weekend. Congratulations, Hudson. Beautiful day.
Appreciate it.
But so I asked like Meredith, and I was like, "Hey, good morning, Miss Patterson. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have this list of questions I'm going to send you later. If you could just send them back to me, and like just give me your responses, that would be great." I was very polite, very nice to Meredith. Yada yada. And then I sent them to Taylor, and it just made me realize how much like she's a part of my family, because I just like copied and pasted the text and was like, send this to me before the podcast at 8 p.m. And then she did it wrong the first time, and I was like, idiot. All right, so Hudson is the most recently engaged. He's going to go first.
So he's the only one with the board?
I'm sorry, Mayor.
Actually, no.
I apologize, Mayor. I'm sorry.
Hudson should go
Love
last.
you.
Give it to Jack, because
Jack
you're
first.
going to need to take my seat for this. And then John will read the... Damn, that was scary. All right, so Jack is up first. Sorry about that, people. So, Jack, this is a question that I gave to your wife, Meredith Patterson. None of them.
Wonderful lady.
But Meredith, her answers are crazy. All right, so what is their favorite candy to buy at the movie theater? This is your wife, Meredith. What's her
Are we all
favorite?
getting the same questions?
Yeah.
Favorite candy to buy them. You know what sucks is that we literally just went to the.
Towel. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he was supposed to give it to me, and he didn't.
We literally just went to the movies to see Deadpool, Wolverine, great movie. by
And
the
he
way.
said her answer is crazy.
Her answer is crazy.
Not every single one of them, but there's some of them that are dumb, and I'll mention.
I know her
that.
favorite candy, and I know this is not what it is.
Do they offer it at the movie theater?
Oh gosh.
Chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodles.
You got
Her
your
favorite
answer.
candy.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, I got an answer, but I don't think
All
it's
right,
right.
Jack's got his answer. He
I'm
flips
sorry,
the
man. I
board.
love you.
Milk duds. Well, Jack's a milk dud because he got that one wrong.
What'd she
0
say?
points. She said
I love milk.
Junior Mints or Whoppers, but Jack thinks they're nasty, so I
Whoppers.
never
That's-
get them.
Whoppers are nasty.
They
Yeah,
are nasty.
she's disgusting for
It's
even
like
saying
biting
Whoppers is a
I,
deal.
mean, I was thinking Whoppers, and I said Milk Duds.
That is literally. Listen, man, you don't have to explain it to me. You gotta explain it to Meredith later.
Is he doing all of this?
Yeah. All right, Jack.
Oh, I'm doing
question
all mine?
number.
Alright,
You
alright.
keep your tally, or keep it in your head at least.
Just right
0.
now.
Yeah.
All right. That's
What is their biggest pet peeve?
Oh no,
Guys,
the toughie.
you're annoying.
I also when I Google searched like couples questions. Did you want me to be like, oh, what gets so and so in the mood fastest? Like this is the best of both evils. Like I'm keeping us clean,
Biggest
PG.
pet peeve.
What did that come up?
Oh yeah, I mean there was a whole section of it.
about.
There was 30 of them.
You should have sent that.
Yeah. Oh, we had this whole joke.
Biggest pet peeve.
Biggest pet peeve.
Sorry. And what's even funnier.
You know what sucks is we are going to be here for 2.5 hours.
Biggest pet peeve. Biggest pet peeve. There's so much. There's so much that grinds
You
your
just guess
gears.
something.
I don't know.
Now that I have their answers, the whiteboard doesn't really seem necessary.
Her humming. I don't know. Like hearing
Her
humming.
humming?
No, hearing humming and shit.
The fact of her own humming.
No, hearing humming and shit. Like,
Hearing humming.
Bad drivers, tangled cords, pick one, it's probably true. 0!
He said pick one. It's probably true.
Jack, I'm telling you, her answers were wacko.
Mayor, what are you doing? What is this?
I read Taylor's and I was like, that's a little wacko. And then I read Meredith's and I was like, will you just stop texting? It's a little wacko. She just kept explaining
Only
herself.
things- I played the same game with her for a
What
bachelorette
is
party.
Meredith's
It wasn't even
favorite
the same answers.
Yeah. That's
What is Meredith's favorite app?
App?
Yeah, you can just say it out loud if you can think of it.
Her favorite app.
like
APP.
Like,
iOS
Mine's
app.
on the phone.
No, on the phone.
Oh god, this is tough too.
Ah, great.
Instagram?
Taylor loves chicken poppers. That's one. Jack got one.
That's a
All right,
shitty-
we
that's a
need to
shitty
X-nay the whiteboard. It's taking too long. What 3 pizza toppings would Meredith want on her pizza?
Oh, she's going to Positano, so she's going to get a Bianca pizza with some Brizzola and some
Brizzola is one.
ricotta cheese
Okay.
and
Where's Brizzola?
it's like
It's
a
a
beef.
Wow, if you get it with this specific of a pizza, that's
I mean,
gonna
this
be.
is what we order all the time at Positano's. If she says no, then I don't trust her. It's sweet tomatoes.
Yeah, you're wrong.
What did she say?
yeah, you're wrong.
First of all,
Did
she said
pepperoni?
cheese, and more cheese.
Okay, she's
And then she said LOL.
Mayor.
And then she said LOL.
Mayor, it's not cute, Mayor. I'm talking to you right now. This isn't cute. Lock it in. All right.
And then she said mushrooms and peppers.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
All right, question 5. What are the names of your partner's 2 best friends? So what is Meredith's 2 best friends' names?
Ooh. Hillary and Sarah.
Yeah,
Hey,
2. That's
hey,
2.
Nice, nice.
She said, I guess Sarah and Hillary if we aren't counting family.
Oh, we're not
Hillary. She's basically a sister.
No, I mean like not everybody's
Her cousins are really. She's really close to her cousins.
All right, so what actor or actress, dead or alive, would play them in a movie? Meredith
Ooh.
would play them in a movie. This is a tough question.
That's tough.
Because like,
Dead or alive?
yeah.
Think of like a blonde. I don't know. Reese Witherspoon.
Yes, I can see her playing man.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not on here.
That's a good.
Really?
one,
So I can't give it to you, but I thought it was Kristen Wiig who was on here. So I'll read you
Oh,
what
Kristen Wiig. Okay.
I'll read you the
I think Reese is better.
the craziness that your wife sent me. Blake Lively, JK.
I was thinking of Blake.
Blake Lively, JK canceled. I feel like Kristen Wiig would be fun, but he thinks she's like my mom, so he probably won't say that Emma Stone
looks
may
just
be
like
a
her
better
mom.
age match. Holy shit,
Man, you're
Meredith.
just yapping, weren't you?
You gave me 3 answers and you didn't say one of them. And also, Emma Stone
Emma Stone.
Ginger?
Emma Stone is kind of crazy.
doesn't look anything like
Maybe
Meredith.
Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Emma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a blonde Emma. Okay. Still not Meredith. I would have thought like maybe like a young Black Widow. Can't think of her name.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
Young Scarlet.
young ScarJo for Meredith. That'd be good. All right, what is Meredith's favorite drink?
A margarita. Or like, are we talking about alcoholic drink or just like regular?
Okay, so you
Question,
can give
drink.
coffee, regular drink, or alcohol. Pick.
Margarita.
Because she gave me 1,000
Yeah, I
for
think
it.
This sounds like Meredith.
I think you're like 0 for 8.
Meredith freaking
No, I
ran.
got a couple.
You know what's
No,
funny
I'm
too,
saying on
Jack?
the drinks, I think she gave like 8 of them.
Yeah, Jack, and you had the most potential
And she didn't
guesses
put margarita
for
on there?
success. For alcoholic beverages, she wrote Chardonnay or whiskey sour.
Oh, he's
That
back.
was crazy. Doesn't count.
What?
Doesn't count. You can't just read. No, yeah, that was cool. That was cool between you and me. That was cool between you and me.
That was cool between you.
We get a point.
I make her whiskey sour.
All right,
now
Jack.
she
Let
likes
me
them.
read you what your wife.
I'm a great bartender. What
Jack,
did I
let
say?
me read you what your wife wrote to me.
She had like 8 drinks.
What is your favorite drink? Coffee drink would be pumpkin spice latte or caramel macchiato. Alcohol would be Chardonnay or whiskey sour. And other than that, good old H2O. I said, Meredith, shut up.
I love it, bro.
All right, Jack. So what'd you get? How
I
many
got 3.
points?
I think.
Was it 3?
Oh no.
It was 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Okay, we'll give Jack 3. You didn't say that. You guessed the best friend. You didn't guess the pizza. You guessed Instagram. You didn't guess that.
The whiskey sour.
No, you have 2.
Yeah, give me the
You
whiskey
have
sour.
2. No, you have 2. You have 2. You got 2. All right, so Jack.
Dang it, Mayor. I blame you for.
Right now you score.
I remember 2.
Yeah. Jack's got 2. All right, so this is our most licensed veteran
Yeah.
in the field. This is a pro, gentlemen. He's got a child. He's got a beautiful daughter that I love dearly.
Yeah, like 5 years, 4 years, 3 years? Maybe?
I'd say
Coming up
5.
on 3.
Coming up on 3.
Yeah.
I'd say 5, but I don't care that much.
See, like,
If I give them 5,
Like nobody knew and we didn't
I'll say 5.
I'd say 5.
No. All right, so John, what is Taylor's favorite candy to buy at the movie theater?
Cookie dough bites.
Slay.
Like,
1 point. What is their biggest pet peeve?
Oh man. Is this about me or is it about people?
It's Taylor's biggest pet peeve. Which is
It's not
ironic.
about driving, bad drivers.
Yeah, and she's probably a bad driver.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I hate bad drivers.
Is it bad drivers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always honking at me when I go in their lane. That's what Mom would say. Mom's biggest pet peeve would be bad drivers.
Oh, me
and
and
you'd be like,
Taylor
oh,
have been in a
okay.
huge fight about driving around here when you're going on the Interstate 85 South.
Yeah.
Do you know how there's like 2 red lights in a row, and then the one has like a right turn lane all the way past? And I say that you're allowed to just.
Oh, you go.
Go.
Yeah,
But
you
Taylor
go.
says that other car, they have 2 red lights because there's a straight next to the Shell gas station, and so if you go right, like if you go right on red, that car could technically cream you when they have a green light.
Are you talking about coming off the interstate like at 56?
If you're
Yes,
coming,
Polish.
going to the interstate from here,
Going to the interstate.
and you're going on 85 South.
And you're trying to get on 85.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's.
I mean, I think she might be
She's
right, but I would
tripping
definitely
balls.
go. Take a look at it next time
Yeah,
you
I'll
see
take a
it.
look.
Take a look at
All
it.
right.
85 South from here.
What is Taylor's favorite app to use?
Okay, so she recently deleted TikTok. I think it should still be TikTok, but she might have changed it to Instagram, but I think it's TikTok. But she's probably
You gotta
saying,
pick one. What did she say? Is she truthful to her lies, or is she a fake bee?
Instagram.
Yep.
Nice.
She said Sudoku app would also be correct.
Oh, I should have even said Sudoku because she plays it. I say, you must have beaten that game by now.
Really?
She plays
John's 3 for 3, gentlemen.
She had to have
This
beaten
is
online.
hey. You're 3 months married. He's 5.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Honestly, Sudoku is better.
The only problem you'll have is
learning
if
about each other.
he does better than you.
I only have to get one.
I
Then
think-
you guys got to beef.
I think he would do better.
Well, his
Yeah, that's true.
it's
too.
fresh.
That's
his
true, too.
fiance-
We're learning about it.
his fiance gave some dumbass answers as well. All right,
What
so
Rick
John
said.
is 3 for 3 as well.
Right.
Riggs, ask me some questions about Riggs.
No, I'm
Does he
saying
like
what did-
fetch?
I'm saying, what did Rick say
Yes.
back to you whenever you told him you loved him?
He just kept licking my face, which is kind of our thing.
He bitching.
What 3 pizza toppings would they put on a pizza?
Could it just be 2?
3.
Definitely pineapple and pepperoni.
Yeah, but what would the third one be if, like, it was a bullshit topping?
Like more cheese.
Cheese and
John and Taylor are a match made in heaven.
Get married, man.
This is so exciting. John's 4 for 4.
Dang.
Honestly, dude.
That's dope.
Honestly, if we, not that I think it's any less, but Addie and Andrew, I feel like they would have a tough time with this.
Andrew probably get 0. Addie would get
Andrew
100.
is like
person, yeah.
Andrew and Addie have a different relationship, and they're loving, and they have a great family, and they're beautiful. But I bet you Andrew would miss every single one of these questions.
Addie could also miss everyone for Andrew because he's so like neurotic in what he chooses. Like he might like change his mind while he's
Sterling
answering.
Dixon actually called me about that job interview for that kid today.
Yeah.
And he said, I was hanging out with Drew talking about Andrew, and I was like, holy shit, that's weird.
Drew.
And then I was like, listen, man, I've known Andrew for like
Never
7
called him
years
Drew.
now, and I don't even think I know
You think
Andrew.
Andrew introduced himself? Hey guys.
I'm Drew. Call me Drew.
Call me Drew.
Hey, man, that's all cool. John's 4 for 4. What are the names of your partner's, Taylor's, 2 best friends?
John and Courtney.
God!
That's adorable.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's adorable except for her husband, and her sister. Get some friends.
I knew she'd say me and Courtney.
What actor or actress, dead or alive, would play them in a movie? I think this is the only one you'll get wrong.
Natalie Portman.
That's a good one though.
It's wrong.
Jennifer Garner. I don't really know who that is.
Jennifer
Natalie
Garner.
Portman, that's a
Is that
hell.
13 going on 30?
Yeah.
She said,
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner? Question
Ah,
mark. So she
Taylor
didn't even
should
really
have said
know.
Natalie Portman.
What a goof. What is Taylor's favorite drink?
DPZ.
DPZ. She wrote it as DPZ too.
Yeah.
You guys, I honestly think John should be 100%. The Jennifer Garner shit was
Then I should have
ridiculous.
3.
Even if I did
Yeah,
second
no,
one.
We'll give you
not
3.
fair. No.
Okay, fine. 6 and 2. 6 and 2.
Yeah, and even if I would have guessed 2, I would have gone with like Annie Kendrick. I would have never gone with
No,
that.
I
Jennifer.
could
That was
have pulled the
random.
name Jennifer
I gotta
Gardner
tell
out
you.
of my deepest loins.
Who I go with?
Okay, so Hudson, you sit where I'm at, and then I'll just sit here like a plebe to my own show and game.
You made the game.
She blew a perfect score.
And then John.
Yeah, I'm about to talk to Mayor about that. Literally at our wedding, it was Mayor's margarita.
You want this?
I feel like she changed
No,
my
she
mind.
changed
it.
That's what I mean.
She
it's
switched
the
it
same
up.
thing with me. Like,
Yeah.
if someone asked me that daily, I mean, I'd probably change.
All right,
said
so
old-fashioned.
Olivia did it kind of
Depends on the
weird.
type of person you are that you can answer these questions.
To
you know?
like question 1 here.
Both
and
people are
this
the
answer, which that answer doesn't even make sense. It just drives me nuts that she did that.
Oh man! All
So
right.
just read the question and then tell him the answer
That's
once he
close.
guesses.
That's enough.
Is this close enough to my face?
Go like 4 inches. That's like
It's like really in there.
ending go.
All right, Hudson. What is Olivia's favorite candy to buy at the movie theater?
I'm gonna say popcorn.
Oh wow! You know what's funny about
Yeah,
that
that
is
is
it's
cool.
just as bad of an answer as hers.
But completely different.
But I completely different. Hers is Coke Icy.
Oh well, okay.
Not
I mean, like
really.
that's why she doesn't really
Candy
eat
either.
candy, so I mean, like you know.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
You almost got it. What is Olivia's biggest pet peeve?
I'm gonna say either like chewing or like cutting your nails and like leaving them around places.
No, this was a weird one too.
But chewing how?
Like
what
loudly,
speed?
like- Oh, like
He
eating
doesn't get
fast, I
that.
guess.
When people eat super
I
fast.
don't think
Yeah,
it
yeah,
gets
no.
that. When people eat fast.
When people eat super fast. Man, how fast do you eat?
I eat mad fast.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I eat so fast. Have you seen those videos of like girls trying to keep up with their boyfriend eating?
Yeah,
That's just a universal thing.
Yeah.
What is Olivia's favorite app to use?
Oh. I mean, she uses the Instagram app, but she hates to use it because she has to use it or let's say like the Bible app.
Poshmark.
That's an easy one.
What's Poshmark?
I should have said that.
Shopping thing?
Yeah, it's like eBay.
Ah. Okay.
Over.
Uh-oh, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Come on!
I gotta get more. I gotta get 3.
Our answers are ridiculous. You might have a chance. The
Really?
3 toppings, Hudson will not get that
What
one.
3 pizza toppings would Olivia put on
I'm
pizza?
gonna go. She likes putting honey on things.
Ooh, how
She
honey
likes
is good.
putting balsamic reduction, like
That's
balsamic vinaigrette, and she likes a barbecue chicken pizza. So I don't know if she said that.
you got balsamic reduction, but the other two, or the other one's not so crazy.
She said peaches.
balsamic
I like it.
reduction
it's
and
pretty
caramelized onions.
What?
It's like
Yeah.
a fancy at home made.
Yeah.
That is a crazy
And
fancy.
she
She likes a
Ah,
fancy
see,
pizza.
but-
It's fancy.
Peaches and caramelized onions. Oh my gosh.
It's a good pizza.
Caramelized onions, yeah. I've never
I mean, that
Try that.
pizza sounds
It's like-
delicious, but I've never
I've
put
tried
pizza on a pizza.
What are the names of Olivia's 2 best friends?
I don't know if she named her cousin or not, but I'm gonna go Suzanne and Claire.
Boom!
Boom!
Is
Is that
Kaylee your
one?
cousin?
Is who?
Kaylee?
Her roommate.
Ah, Kaylee would count 2, but she went with Claire and Suzanne.
Okay, okay.
Nice.
On the board, on the
so you
board.
got the true answers.
All
That's
right,
a
but now
plus.
you got a toughie. What actress?
I'm gonna go Blake Lively.
Whoa! Oh, that must have been a conversation. Uh-oh, Jack and I's in her time.
Or
What's the
J-Law.
last- What's the last one?
She also would have taken J Law.
All right.
What is Olivia's favorite drink?
Don't do it, Hudson.
I'm gonna go water.
Jack's gonna get a divorce!
And if she put, did she just give one answer?
Yeah, water is
Alright,
good.
All right, guys.
30 answers.
Good job. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Did they know? Did they know what we were doing?
You wanna sit
with
there?
these?
Huh?
She just said,
When
Mary
you
just
asked
texted
them-
me, I'm so sorry. I wanted to warn you, but I couldn't.
She was listening.
She watched it on.
I told her not to tell.
Do not tell.
Not
him.
to tell.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I wanted to warn
Thank you,
about it.
Meredith.
What's
Thank you for
crazy-
listening.
But what is crazy is like she had her bachelorette. Hillary did the same thing.
Clinton.
Similar questions. Got all of them right. So I was spitting out the same answer.
So she was just
She
like,
switched up.
for months later.
Like, bro.
Really? So almost like same website. Like I gave you practically.
When you
The
asked,
fact that
The
like
website one, I never.
like
yeah.
most of y'all's wives, whatever y'all want to call them, said cheese as a topping
That-
needs to be
that
studied.
actually-
3 toppings is a lot of toppings. That's
No,
a-
it's
I'm
not.
talking like cheese
I can
as
make
a
I can make
because-
an infinite amount of pizzas
But
with 3 toppings.
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Chicken.
Chicken
I'm giving you my 3 pot. Y'all need to give me a chance. Y'all need to give me a chance. I paused for a second. You know why I paused? It's because my third choice on that would have been cheddar cheese.
So you would have.
Which isn't fair, because cheddar cheese is a whole different type of cheese. That's a topping in its own once
but
you
you
put it on
can
the
go
pizza.
throw it in
mozzarella.
Put-
Chicken, jalapeno, cheddar cheese. That's a beef
That's a
pizza.
crazy pizza.
Chicken,
Sounds good.
I never had
bacon.
Positanos.
barbecue
Yeah, I love
sauce.
Positanos.
Yeah,
With Joe
Positanos
or
slaps
something.
ass. What are you talking
It's
about?
amazing.
So when you go there, you make your own, or you buy?
So I get a
I like the
Bianca pizza,
Diablo
and then
pizza.
I add Rizzolo beef and the sweet peppers.
That sounds good.
Wait, you got the what and then add it?
Bianca.
Oh,
Wait,
I
the
get
white
the
cheese
Diablo with the full peppers on it.
That's good.
With that
We've been
saucy
eating for like
bitch
the
right
past
there.
3 years. So that's why I said it. She's like, oh no, cheese.
When you
what?"
asked them, did you
Yeah,
tell
she
them-
was trying to be funny or something.
Yeah, it's trying to be quirky.
Did you tell them what
Oh,
you were
do you
doing
wanna
with
do
the eight
yours?
questions? Did you tell
Okay,
them
so do you wanna do-
Did
Do you
tell
want to
them?
do what you're?
I want to talk.
I'm gonna say what I want to say.
All right, say it.
Do you want to do your questionnaire for like what Taylor thought your answers would be? Because
I
Taylor's the only one that sent that.
What I would do?
Yeah.
What
so
Taylor
what your
thought-
answers
okay, what
would
was
be
the-
for these questions?
My favorite candy.
Chill out. I mean, let me look at it.
I feel like I'd have a harder time answering for myself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even eat.
What- yeah.
I would answer.
I don't get candy at the.
I get peanut. Actually, I get peanut M&Ms.
All right. So
I get like
what
different
is
things every time.
so? This is Taylor. Taylor sent this prior. I had to explain to Meredith and Olivia that this isn't what it meant. Like it was your answers and that.
Not what I.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
So Taylor sent this to me prior. So just to see how John does, this is what Taylor thinks that John's favorite
Would answer it.
answers would be.
Gotcha.
All right, John. So what do you think Taylor would say is your favorite candy to buy at a movie theater?
Snickers.
Reese's.
Ah.
0 for 1. What is John's biggest pet peeves?
Taylor leaves the drawers open.
Knox or me leaving the cabinets open. Good job. That's a point. You
Knox
guys
is a
are.
great answer too.
Yeah. What is John's favorite app to use?
It's Instagram.
GroupMe.
GroupMe's a better answer too.
He will probably say Instagram. Honestly, dude, you guys are. It's so beautiful.
In the world.
Oh my god, this is what you guys have to
better
look
too.
forward to. What 3 pizza toppings would John put on a pizza?
Dang, that's tough.
I feel like she gave more like toppings on the last
Pepperoni, jalapeno.
two. No.
Pepperoni?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, is it a fancy topping?
No, this is more like what you would put on at Positano's after you got your
Oh, like
toppings.
garlic.
Yeah.
There's only,
Like, she
3
doesn't-
options.
she doesn't
Garlic,
understand
Parmesan
it.
and
So like she kind of screwed
There's
it. I
only,
didn't really
3
like.
things you can-
Yeah, like this isn't like too.
What were the 3 that she put?
She wrote any meat, garlic, and hot honey. But garlic and hot honey are like after the facts. They're not necessarily toppings.
Yeah, that's a little tough. To
So thanks a
answer.
lot, Taylor.
But hot honey.
You screwed us again. Gonna have to take that up with Taylor tomorrow. What are the names of John's 2 best friends?
I have a feeling she didn't put herself on it, which is funny. I bet she would go
I know what she has.
Ethan and Zach.
Ah! Zach first, you piece of shit.
Then she's
Zach and Ethan. All right, you're still doing good. What act? This is disgusting. What actor, dead or alive, would play them in a movie?
Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
he's
Oh,
so
that one.
he's so handsome. She wrote obviously Leo.
Yeah.
John.
I just get told it a lot.
Yeah.
All the time.
I don't see
They're all
it.
similar face shapes.
I have probably been told over
Young Leo.
100 times.
You know, I think you look like a mix of Leonardo.
I think he
DiCaprio
looks more
and the
like-
kid from the Mad magazine.
yeah.
Thank you, Hudson.
Smile.
Yeah. Well, what about back in the day when people used to tell me I looked like the guy from We're the Millers?
Yeah, he was
That
ugly.
was a good bring you back down to earth.
Yeah, except for that guy.
now, but back in the
Except-
day,
except for that guy
turned
turned into-
in We're the Millers.
You said, wait.
I get every fat guy that's ever had a beard.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, dude.
any fat guy that has
So
a
I don't
beard.
know if y'all can hear Hudson, but he's in the room as we speak, and he was talking about getting mentioned as every fat guy with a beard. Me and Hudson were on a week-long trip from up to Boston, and then we flew back down to Georgia.
You found
By the
the
time we
doppelganger?
flown back down to Georgia, me and Hudson hated each other more than I've
That's
ever.
not true.
We were ready to be rid of each
We're
other.
just testing.
Yeah, we were ready. We were a little testy. So I pointed out this dude that looked exactly like
Dude,
Hudson.
fuck out of here.
Face.
Dude, it's like, you ever been around and someone like sees a black guy and they're like, what the fuck? Like, cousin.
That is 2
You guys
F's.
know each other? Like, it's like a guy.
You should be shamed.
It was a dude that was like.
That's stolen valor to compare yourself
It
to
was a
black
dude that was 6'3". I didn't compare him in my struggle and plight.
Stolen
I compared
valor.
him
You
in
did compare your struggle.
Fuck out of here.
That is 3 F's, Hudson.
He doesn't like being compared to people.
That's
I'm
what
just
he said.
saying.
3 more F's.
It'll be
to
a guy that's
prove
like
something.
just the average height with a red beard, or anyone with a red beard. It could be a midget with a red beard, and someone will be like, "Ooh, ooh, what is happening? Like that's
There's
crazy." There's 2 of you. Get a mirror. So
And he looks just like all of them. I'm just kidding. But I'm telling you, this guy looked very similar to Hudson, but we were also like, we were a little jet lagged. And I said, oh, hey, Hudson, look. I said, wait. I thought I was walking by Hudson. But Hudson's right there in front of me. How can that be? I see Hudson here, I see Hudson there. And it was just, it was too much at that point. Me and Hudson were he was ready to be done with my jokes. I was ready to be done with his bitchiness about gender equality.
gender equality. Kept on going on about it.
Yeah, I said, listen, dude, we all love him.
All right. I have a game.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
Can Hudson play?
Yeah. This game is called Lord of the Lords. And I am going to give you a... Remember that game that we played that was like bad descriptions of someone? Or like of a movie?
Yeah.
And you had to get it based off the broad description. The niption. Anyways, but these are all something to do with Lord.
Word.
All right. This one. This is about a kid that gets told he can do magic and then gets pissed off at everyone.
What are we guessing here?
I mean, that's the right track, but it's the wrong answer.
All right.
Oh, so that's kind of like...
Kind of like what he did, but that's not the right answer in this case. This man is told he can do magic and then hates everybody for it.
Wait, what?
And it has the answer has Lord in it.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord
That-
Voldemort?
Lord Voldemort. Jack got it. All right. Now that you got one, maybe you can get
Nice.
some more. All right. A bunch of kids get lost and pick on the
Lord of
fatty.
the Flies.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, you're a bunch of kids.
Idiot.
Here's a good one. A short guy sends a monster to pick up his wife.
Shrek. Lord Farquaad.
Boom!
Boom.
Man, Lord Tyrion, I didn't have him on my sheet. I
Yeah,
should
that's
have.
crazy.
I should
I
have
just
had.
watched that movie like 2 days.
Oh,
Easy.
Zach
You
got it.
missed it.
All right.
Farquaad.
A guy makes beautiful jewelry so pretty that everybody follows him.
Lord of the Rings.
Boom! All right.
You guys are idiots.
How about this one? A guy invites people to his garden party, but won't let them eat one tasty treat. The Lord, God Almighty.
I was thinking it would be in there.
That was fun. Hudson got that point.
All right, last one.
The Lord.
A girl makes music about.
Lord.
Boom!
Nice.
That's it.
All right, y'all. I say we wrap it up there.
That was fun.
Jack, thanks for being here. Hudson,
Yeah, thanks,
thanks
Jack.
for being
for
here.
having me, guys.
I kind of
Guest.
forgot that Jack had been on an episode until you sent that one before.
He hasn't.
I thought he,
He
went
was
on.
not on that. He probably was supposed to be on that episode, and then he flaked.
Oh, that was Puss in Boots?
I think that was Puss in Boots.
Because he said something about Shrek.
it was like a Shrek, like
supposed to be on Puss in Boots.
I don't know. I
He
think
was
you
supposed to be
might
on
have
Puss in Boots.
I just
He
should
probably
have said,
flaked.
no, I'm not going to be on the show right
been. He
now.
probably flaked. It was a really good movie.
No, but we definitely
That was a good
sent
movie.
a
It was a great
script, and I feel like Jack read lines.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Jack, are you sure you haven't been
We
on the
sent a
pod?
script to you in that group message
Script.
with me, you, and John.
Is
It was Shrek.
Zach,
Script. That's
Zach
it.
said,
We are-
whoa.
I did see that, yeah.
I don't
That's-
remember
So
what
you've
that was
never been on the
about.
pod?
No, this is my first time.
We do some fun here on this podcast.
We were going to read a script
We
in
don't do it
character.
with you because you
Oh,
just
yes,
think
yes,
you're
yes.
too cool for all this stuff. So we
Well,
have to
evidently we didn't do it with Jack
Have you
either.
not been a guest?
Oh,
No, Hudson's a guest always.
He's the
but
guy that-
he wears a ski mask in the corner, and he never. The camera's never even on him. He's just hiding
the
in
guy
this
in the
room
chair.
for no reason. He's the guy in the chair.
He's the guy in the chair.
He's our producer that knows
Jack
nothing about sound or volume.
Me and Zach were hammered for the Puss in Boots episode.
Oh my gosh,
I
we were
remember watching-
hammered
that
for
was
a lot of the
hilarious,
starts. The Puss in Boots
Yeah, that
episode.
one was hilarious.
Oh, we got hammered
Yeah.
and had some funny pods. We had Bullet Train was pretty funny.
That was a good one.
All right, anyways,
Thanks, Jack. That was
thanks.
fun.
Yeah,
Thanks,
this was a
guys.
lot of fun. Be quiet for the intro. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night, ain't no doubt. We about to watch one movie night. Turn it on, gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching.